from here to here to here. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my garden. It's good to have you back on this little journey of mine. It's been interesting and I've learned a lot. I've got a little story about my hands, but not as bad as they were, but I'll explain it in a minute. But today we're going to talk about my fountain. I've been working on it and I apologize, I don't have a lapse time video of me producing the fountain, but I really don't have the camera set up yet for that. But I am going to show you what I did, and I have some photographs I took along the way. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the fountain, I think I showed you before, I bought a basin to put my vase on. So let me explain a little bit of what's happened here. So I dug a hole for the basin. You'll notice I didn't put it flush to the ground. There's a reason for that. These bricks, I have a lot of leftovers, are going to make a square, what do you want to call it? A square retainer around the basin, and then it's going to be filled with river rock. So you won't see the basin at all. The water is going to go into the river rock. The vase itself, I bought a very specific type of vase. This is a Vietnamese vase. They're very durable. They won't dissolve with the water. That's one thing you've got to watch with what vase or what kind of urn you buy if you decide to do this. The terracotta ones, some of those will dissolve eventually over time as they absorb water. So you're probably wondering if I filled that whole vase full of river rock. No, I did not. So what I did, which you can't see, maybe if you look really close here, you'll see there's like a catch basin in there. And what I did, I'll show you over here. You can see just the top of it on my recycle bin. This was a plastic planting pot that fit inside there, and I fit it down as far as it would go, marked it, and cut it. And then I used some landscaping foam, this black stuff here. That's where I over dripped. It's some tough stuff, I'll tell you that. And it's waterproof. Hence the stuff all over my hands, because I was stupid and I didn't wear any gloves. That took me hours to get that back off my hands. It was very annoying. But lesson learned, I was stupid, don't do it again. So from there, once I got that figured out and got my vase on the basin, I've got my pump, I've got my hose, I've got a ball valve because this pump's a little too powerful and I don't want it shooting up like Old Faithful. So I've got a ball valve to throttle it down. Even though this pump has a flow control on it, it doesn't go quite low enough where I want it. That goes up the bottom of the vase and comes out the top. And you can see it just down here, right there. That's the top. And that ring of LEDs around it is actually stuck into the top. And that's going to be my lighting, which I have a cord for that comes out. So overall, I'm feeling pretty good about this project. I'm in the process of finishing it up, and I'll show you that when I'm done. A couple notes though. I used this particular basin because I like the idea. It holds 2,000 pounds with weight. The one thing I didn't count on is the center pillar. If you can see where the pedals rest around it, the supports, sticks up higher than that. So my vase is kind of topply, wobbly on that center pillar. I've had to put these paver bricks around and then shim it with some bits of that plastic vase to get it level. And then I'm going to tack it all in place once I'm happy with that foam, because that foam's pretty durable, and the river rock. So, but I'll let you know how that goes once I get to that point. Oh, by the way, I also put a float valve in. You can't see it, it's just under there. But that valve goes to it right there. Okay, so we've got the border around and I've got the fountain working. It's looking exactly how I was hoping it would. Water running down the side, going into the basin. I got a little bit of oversplash. Hopefully when I put the rocks in, that'll control a little better. But that's okay, because maybe in that corner, those corners, I'll put plants. So I just got to level out that border, get probably a second layer up, and fill it with river rock. Alrighty, so the fountain is finished. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I do still need to bury the cables, but I thought I'd show you where I got to. But you saw the basin, you saw how I was putting the rock wall around, though it looks like I need to straighten one a little. I've got the river rock in, and then I've got a topper of black rock, which I'm pretty happy about. And then I have my flower pot basin in there that's glued in. I think I started to tell you about the incident I had with the foam. I used landscaping foam, which worked really, really well, except that is some messy stuff, man. Wear some gloves. That was my mistake. It took me 2 days to get that crap off my hands. So I'm really happy how it turned out. So I got lights in there, down there, and one in the back, and one in the top. Can't wait to see how it looks tonight. So let me know what you think, and if you have any suggestions. Talk to y'all later.